What up, world? What up, world? What up, world? What up, world? It's your main man. I'm DJ Double Dose coming at you with another episode of Double Dose of Reality Sports, man. You see my man D on the other side, man. It is a lot to unpack. D, you know, been here before we even get into the Auburn, before we even get into that, because I know that's gonna take a second. Let me give you my 2 cents on Lane, man. Okay, listen, Lane Kiffin, my brother, you are a great coach. You are a great coach.
True.
You have been a solid recruiter.
True.
And you to LSU probably is going to be a good fit because, you know, we can talk about all the details about that in a second. But, man, brother, the way you handled this was straight trash, man. How in the world did you think that them people was going to allow you, hold them hostage, threaten them, and allow you to coach a playoff game after knowing that your ass was finna leave? In what world did you think that was gonna be accepted? You are leaving these people. You're leaving them. And they know that you're leaving. And then you held us all up for 2 days for some shit you already knew that you was gonna do in the beginning.
Right.
So I'm gonna let you speak on that. But that's just my thoughts, Lane. We'll get into a little more in just a second. But that was just the first thing came to me was the way you did Ole Miss, Lane, out the door. To me, was some whole shit. That's just me. That's just my thoughts.
Bro, we just got to put it like this. In the immortal words of my boy, what is that, Coach Green? He was what I thought he was, brother. like when
Buddy called him a hoe.
My grandma told me this a long time ago. You give a man one or too much of two things, he gonna lose his mind. That's money or power. And right now he has a little bit of both. And now you put him in a place where he basically controls the narrative. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, straight up, Lane Kiffin finna burn down the NIL process. I'm gonna tell you why. They finna get that man $25 million.
The limit's supposed to be 20.
But they gave him $25 million.
The limit's supposed to be 20.
Look,
the limit's supposed to be 20. They done came out and said they give him $25
every season. What the hell you gonna do against that, man?
And
who gonna beat that?
And if that's what they're saying out loud, they even will be talking about
them little hands
or them fake ass car dealership.
Come on, bro.
Appearances.
Even the Texas themselves, they have a damn contract with Lamborghini. So, bro, Lane Kiffin. Now, one thing I will say is this. Now, he did say a while back that, hey, we got to put a cap on this. If it's not, it's going to be the Wild Wild West. Whoever got the most money going to win. Nobody decided to do that. So he said, hey, I'm going to keep playing and manipulating the thing until I get myself into a position to where now I have that grant. I got that amount now. So now I can go into one of the most fertile recruiting places in the South is Louisiana. Yes. And people know if you can put a fence up around that and kind of pick what you want from Georgia, Florida, Alabama, shit. Hey, you can't help but win. He did that a little bit. He did in Mississippi.
I mean, now, don't get me wrong. Now, outside of the theatrics and the way that this whole thing went, I think Lane Kiffin to LSU was a great fit. Because
I believe that in either place, LSU or Florida, either place, I feel like it was good. But
I think LSU is a little better because with LSU, as it's been documented, and as we all know, those of us who follow the sport and everybody that knows, most people listen to me, they really follow the sport. LSU gets whoever they want.
Yeah,
in that state, place. You know, they get whoever they want. So whatever kid, you know, we talked about it before. In LSU, I think somebody pointed out they went to one of like how we got coming up at Protective this week with the championship games in high school. If you go to an LSU to the Superdome when all the teams are playing for the high school, there's going to be multiple teams that's going to be purple and gold.
Yeah.
And they're going to be Tigers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And because every kid in that state, for the most part, wants to play for LSU. So,
Right.
and Lane being the character that he is, he's not going to have that hard of a time recruiting in that state because that school recruits itself anyway. So I think that the fit is great.
Oh yeah, the fit is great. He got the glitz and the glamour because you know how he like that down there. So he gonna be able to shine how he want to, eat good, chill, and do whatever he want to in Louisiana. So, but the only thing about it is, so I think they didn't let him coach in the playoffs because of how he handled it. Because you know Tulane letting John Summerall coach in the playoff if they go further. So they allow him.
It's all in how you handle it.
It's how, like they said, ain't what you do, is how you do it.
It's how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you know, I'm gonna eat it. You sit it to me in front of the garbage can lid, I ain't gonna want it.
I ain't gonna want it. It'd be the same meal.
So same meal, just hand to him in a different process. So
he handed it to him different. He handled it. He could have, you know, at the end of the day, I personally think Lane could have still won at Ole Miss. I'm one of them. I'm one of the minorities. A lot of people feel like he wasn't never going to win at Ole Miss. I say 11-1, say different.
I think he squeezed everything out of that beat he could have got. This is. I think this is the season, so? and I think that's why he wanted, and I think that's the reason why he wanted to finish it out because he knew this was going to be it.
And maybe
and
so.
And rebuild back up.
And maybe this was they all in year. And guess what? Because you know we hear that a lot with teams say, "Hey, year XYZ is going to be our all in year. We got all the pieces in place. This is our all in year to make our run. You know, we build to this point, and this year we make our run. Well, damn it, if that's the case, then they've done that because as you see, they're 11-1.
Right.
You know, my 2 cents about it is with them getting rid of the divisions, he no longer had to play Alabama every year, which we all know was his bugaboo. No longer had to play Alabama every year. The home with Georgia pretty much is done. And with the way that the schedule, because think about it, you give him a schedule like Texas A&M had this year, he could be 11-1. He could have been 11-1 because every couple of years somebody's gonna get that schedule.
Yeah.
Huh?
10-2 at the playoffs in the SEC.
Yeah. So it's like that's just my 2 cents. That's why I'm like, I feel like he would have had more cracks at it now to make the playoffs regardless, because like you said, 10-2 get you in.
Yeah, that's easy.
10-2 get you in. So I that's just me, but I think, you know, obviously the data shows that LSU, look at everybody who's won there. Brian Kelly probably the only one in recent history that didn't win, and even he went to the SEC title game.
Yeah, he just ain't that. He just ain't that. But the only thing about Lane, man, I think that Lane he positions himself right now to win immediately. And that's barring even with the NIL. You just add the NIL on top of it and about the money that he's gonna be sitting on. It's just gonna be easy to get people to come to Louisiana to Mississippi. Just to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying.
And look at LSU's roster. I mean,
they ain't got no bad roster.
I don't think that nobody on the roster is gonna all of a sudden hop in the portal because Lane Kiffin became the coach.
And they already got a number 2 commit. I mean, committed to the next season. Already committed.
Yeah, so like I don't think so. Along those lines, I don't think that people are just gonna and not to mention, let's be honest, he's gonna pick and choose who he wants from Ole Miss to come with him too.
Yeah. And player wise, he didn't get the golden goose he wanted. He wanted the defensive coordinator that got promoted to the coach. Mm-hmm. He wanted him to go with him, but he had already told him like, "Nah, I'm staying." Because I think he had already knew, and they had already told him like, "Hey, if he leaves, we ain't gonna search for somebody."
So I think so. You know, so to wrap this up, you know, Lane is gonna be more to talk about with this. You know, the antics, the drama, and everything that comes along with it. You know, I think that him to LSU was gonna be a good fit. I look forward to seeing SEC. Oh my God! If we could just get access to SEC Media Day,
well, and you do know LSU got to go to Ole Miss next year.
That might be worth the price of admission. Even if that ain't my team, that might be worth the price of admission. That might be a game.
He got to go to Ole Miss next year.
I might have to circle that one on the list. That might be one. Even if I'm up in the nosebleed, that might be one worth just being in the building.
Bro, did you see the video, bro? Students showed up at the airport to boo and flip this motherfucker off as he was getting on the plane.
Yeah.
But they put the administration put the man clothes on the tarmac.
On the street. Just, hey, man, take your we're gonna end it with that way. And they said, pack your shit.
I'm talking about right now.
And get out
of here. They're like, bro, we out of here with you, brother.
Man, so you know,
got to come back down there next year.
That's gonna be a wild scene, man. Lane Kiffin goes to LSU, man. We're gonna wrap this up with that, man. Good fit. We'll see how they look. Good hire, good fit. We'll see how it works out.
It is.
Now, let me pick your brain on this. Right now, you got Texas, right? We're gonna talk about it. Pose a question. Texas right now has victories against Texas A&M.
Right.
Oklahoma.
Right.
And Vanderbilt.
Right.
All teams that are ranked ahead of them, before we get to the reveal, they have wins. Not to mention, they played Ohio State.
That's what
closer than anybody. The score was 14-7.
Yeah.
Now they told us with the 12-team play. Correct me if I'm wrong. They told us with the 12-team playoff, they said this was to entice more non-conference games because we want to see the marquee matchups in outer conference. We want to see that. And we're not going to punish the team who plays in said games. So with that stage being set, can a 9-3 Texas make the playoffs?
Nope. I'm gonna tell you the reason why a 9-3 Texas team won't make it is the same reason Notre Dame is in front of goddamn Miami, and they telling me the head-to-head don't matter. If the committee telling me head-to-head don't matter, shit, what matters? So they got into a winning combined winning team percentage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's whether you home on the road, and it was one more other factor. If you telling me that Notre Dame was still ranked in the top 25 with no wins,
but that's enough. We can get on that too. But I want to stay on Texas just for a second. I'm gonna say this. Now,
with their resume with wins, yes, but just because of the loss record.
Although they have 3 losses, only 2 of those losses are in the SEC. And we all know that had Texas not played Ohio State and they played Stanford or UAB or East Texas A&M,
and they play them again next season.
Well, they do, but that can be changed. If
they talking about canceling the game, I would cancel it based on that because what's the sense of playing the game?
You if they get penalized because let's wrap it all up. Let's bring it in. You telling me that hey, because if you go look at Texas A&M non-conference schedule, you compare everybody's non-conference schedule. Ain't none of them got Ohio State on it. None of them.
True.
Ohio State has been the number 1 team the entire season.
Right.
They have not lost. And this Texas team held them in Columbus. Not a DKR. They was in the shoe. Held them to 14 points. They lost 14-7. Where they didn't have to play that game. They didn't have to play it. They could have put somebody else on their schedule. So when Sark says it would be a disservice, I kind of got to agree with it.
I'm agreeing with you. I do like their win. I do like their wins their combined wins to what they do have against who they have and the losses that I don't have a problem with those losses.
The Florida loss is a bad loss. Bad loss.
But it's the fact that you got too many 2-loss teams in this mix. And I think if it was 1 or 2, then it'll be a difference. But you got 6 or 7, and all of them have valid reasons. You know what I mean? Because I would put Notre Dame out of it, period. Because why? How can Miami be in front of you? I mean, behind you, and I beat you.
Hey man, you know they love Notre Dame.
You know what I mean? Just I feel like they love Bama. I feel like they love Bama the same way.
They love Notre Dame. Because they're gonna hang their head on Notre Dame with that. They're gonna hang their head on Notre Dame because on top of the fact that they won 10 straight games, that was Carr's first game on the road in the rain, his first start.
But
I know that's a bunch of BS. And that's a bunch of BS.
But the only people on this list that I feel like has a complete gripe on where they are at this moment would be Miami, because they gonna be being the odd man out with this SEC, with the ACC, because you got Duke playing Virginia Tech. Virginia. Mm-hmm. So Duke wins that, no ACC team.
Yeah,
that's out. So where does the depending on where they sit them all, who's 12? Because that's usually
here's the thing.
Wow.
Here's the thing to Miami. Those of us, because Florida State, my squad, those of us who have followed the 14 playoff up until now, they don't give a damn about the ACC.
No.
So follow me when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. You know, going into the season, if you are not the ACC champion, your ass ain't going to the playoffs. You know this. They just screwed a 13-0 FSU team. All of those years Clemson made it to the playoffs, they won the ACC.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so you know this going into it. The ACC champion is gonna more than likely be the only person that makes it from the ACC. You know that going into it. So if you Miami, stop bullshitting and losing the teams you ain't got no business losing to. You've had the best roster in the ACC the last 2 years. And you have not played for the ACC title in the last 2 years. You have nobody to blame. Don't get on here. I don't want to hear that. You have nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you're going to have people like Tulane going to hurt you.
Clemson, when they was on their shit, you know why Clemson always made it? Because they won the ACC.
Yeah.
You know when FSU made it? We won the ACC up until 23 when we did everything and got screwed. So don't come to me telling me you crying when you got 2 losses. I watched my team get screwed and we was undefeated.
Yeah, I still kind of drop shade on that.
And I know everybody gonna say, well, being at the same thing. It's the same thing. It's in the same vein as, you know, going into this season, the ACC champ, the ACC is basically a 1-bid league. You know that. Yeah. You know it.
The only way you get 2 in, you're gonna have to have 2 teams that's in the top 10 during the ACC.
Like last year. That's like what happened last year. Right. Like Clemson won, but SMU was in the top, whatever, so they took them both.
Exactly. That's the only way.
That's the only way. You at least got to be in the damn championship game. This is 2 years. You had the number 1 player drafted off your team last season. Yeah. And you didn't even play for the ACC title. You spent more money than anybody on a single player in Carson Beck, and you not even playing for the ACC title.
Period.
I don't want to hear it.
Again with Carson Beck, man. Carson Beck is the same Carson Beck he was in Georgia. Same way Georgia didn't do what they needed to do. Come on now. I don't know what they thought when they went and got Carson Beck.
So I hear the Miami argument about, hey, we beat, you're clamoring on, not you, but the people clamoring on, we beat Notre Dame head to head. It should count. It should count. Hey, how about you don't lose to that sorry ass SMU team that lost to Cal? How about you don't lose to sorry ass Louisville? How about you don't lose those games?
Louisville was the one. That was the one.
Like how about you don't SMU too? How about you don't lose? How about you don't lose those? You don't lose both of those games and get yourself in the predicament that you're in.
Facts.
You didn't play Clemson this year,
and even if you did, they on a down year.
So it's like you had. I mean, you beat us, but for the most part, you had a pretty manageable schedule. You didn't play Virginia in the regular season.
Anybody outside the SEC got a manageable schedule.
So it's like, so for me, I get it. I know folks are like, man, that's because you hate Miami. Anybody hate Miami. It's about the fact that going into the season, the ACC is a one-bid league. You know that. Don't try to lobby to be the second team in when your ass ain't even playing for the ACC title.
Period. And look like you ain't getting close to it no time soon.
Because as much as we love to brag about Mario and his recruiting, he still ain't recruited a quarterback. This is going to be the third year in a row that he got to go back in the portal again to get a quarterback. And we all know when you keep swinging at that portal, eventually you're going to miss.
But I'm going to just say this. I think that what we're going to see with the NIL and with the portal, you're going to see that the majority of the teams, the majority of the quarterbacks you're going to see are going to be starters, going to be portal quarterbacks. And the reason why is because it's always somebody who was a freshman who sat behind somebody the year before who was a portal quarterback. Because like nowadays, man, like it's some coaches that say they don't even recruit high school kids no more. Because I could just go buy me a kid that's 2 years.
That's already established. Let him play for Alabama State or Tulane or whoever.
I can go get somebody from there.
And I can go grab him.
You know what I'm saying? I can go to Middle Tennessee. I can go to any of these players and the other FBS and other schools, and I can grab somebody from over there, SWAC, SEAC. Regardless of what they did there, I can put them in a position where I can do them here.
Because I'm gonna put them around. I'm gonna put them around caliber players. Yeah. So that's the. I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, you right on board. Most people think that they don't have a chance in hell.
No, they don't. With that 3, that's why Bama had to come out there and they beat us the other night. And I'm gonna say this. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to end this. And I'm going to say this real quick. I ain't going to go into it. The SEC wanted Bama in that game. So all Bama fans, y'all can hate on me how you want to. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you why. Bro, I saw 2 of the most horrendous calls in that game. And they were all on plays that would have been 4th down on that last drive to get them in there.
Well, since we're here, we're speaking on this is our recap on the Alabama-Auburn Iron Bowl. It was another historic event. So continue.
The pass interference that wasn't pass interference, and the targeting that wasn't targeting. And I'm gonna leave.
You missed one. You missed one. You missing one too.
Which one you talking about?
That roughing the passer,
bro.
When he was pushed into him.
You can visually see this man get pushed down, and all he did was reach and grab right here like this.
That was the 4th down.
So
let's bring it in. So
I digress. I'm gonna leave that.
No. We here now. We here now. So when you talk about the Iron Bowl, I will say this: Auburn's defense has been impressive the entire damn season. And yesterday or last night was no different. That defense left it all on the line. And I get it. I know, there was some, there was a couple of roughing the passers. There was a couple of flags. I get it. But all in all, Auburn's defense came and they showed they ass. And for me, my takeaway from it is, and we can tie this into the Iron Bowl or we can tie it to the coaching search, whichever route you want to go. My 2 cents was looking at that and looking at how they played for Durkin I personally, and the Auburn fan, you and others can get on me if y'all want to, that's fine. I don't know how you looked at that and said that this guy is not your next head coach.
Now, I'm going to agree with you on the face value. As if I'm on a lake and I'm looking across the motherfucking lake and it's just serene and just clear.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to realize that there's some nature underneath this lake that's causing havoc. There's some shit under here that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Some saltwater crocs ready to get
You can navigate it while it's
you know what I'm saying? You know that water be clear, but it be nature up under that.
When you been that corner,
ooh, brother. You feel? And the reason why,
okay,
and because I'm gonna tell you honestly, and I'm gonna tie all the iron bowl into the coaching search. I was ready to jump off the edge when I saw the hire. I was like, you know, whoa.
Keep going. I'm coming right. I'm giving some drink.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, whoa. So, but once I realized and I looked back at the game, 17-0, had to come back. They hired him because of what he was able to do with offenses from Tennessee and on. So he was able to jumpstart Tennessee and South Florida's offense. Since right now he actually, I think, got the number 2 combined offense of the year, number 2 combined nationally offense. So I think with him combining him with Durkin, knowing that Durkin was going to help you with roster retention.
Do we know Durkin is going to stay?
No, that's locked. He's staying.
He is staying.
The way I'm hearing that this deal was been done. This was his choice after Summerall. Durkin's coming in as the DC because he knew he had to keep Durkin for roster retention.
So Durkin is saying,
okay. The only way you're going to keep that roster retention was with that. Also,
especially the defense.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, you bringing another Auburn man back in the fold, which is co-offensive coordinator Cody Burns.
Okay.
Because you know he's the offensive coordinator, co-offensive coordinator with Golich.
Okay.
So he's coming. So that's gonna be, and he bringing already recruiting and everything like that. So I think this is based off of our offensive struggles we've had, unable to develop quarterbacks. Man, we done went through, man, in the last shit. If you just talk about just the not Gus, but what's this boy name here? Hugh Freeze era, man, we done went through like between like 9-10 quarterbacks. And you just kind of figuring out what you like with having Deuce Knight and Ashton Daniels.
And that's why I say Golis is walking into, unlike a lot of, when you look at Summerall and you look at Golis, they're both walking in. If Summerall can get anything out of DJ Lagway, a lot of people said Lagway was hurt all year. We'll see. But to be a new coach walking into a situation in both of these, you have Lagway at Florida, and then you got Daniels. Y'all got Daniels, and you got Deuce Knight. So it was like they're both trust and believe. Because if we had fired anybody at Florida State, you'd have been walking into who? Kevin Sperry? Okay. Because Tommy probably ain't going to get that other year eligibility. So there.
Did he have a JUCO year?
He's trying to work on that. He's trying to
see. Was it a JUCO year?
Who, Tommy?
Yeah.
Well, it's
is he trying to do the Diego Pavia?
He's trying to get one more year because basically what happened, long story short, his freshman year when he was at UCF, he was going to redshirt, which that was going to be the case. The starting quarterback got hurt. Whatever happened, he got hurt. It was for a bowl game or some stupid shit. He got hurt. He couldn't play. The backup was like, I'm not burning my shirt either. So Thomas said, fuck it, I'll go in the game and I'll play. So that's the technicality. And he because he played in the game and ended up burning his shirt. It's a lot. So he's trying to petition to get one more year. But we'll see. But we stand on Auburn right now. We ain't gonna worry about my foolishness. But to be able to walk into what Auburn has at quarterback, what Auburn has in that wide receiver room, if you can walk into it and you can keep it, I think that puts him in a good position. He also has been recruiting down in Florida. That's a plus. So he has relationships with a lot of those high schools because he was at South Florida. So he has relationships with a lot of those high schools, especially in that Tampa, Orlando area, because South Florida gets the kids basically that Miami, Florida State, and Florida don't want.
Right.
So he still has to go to those highs. He still, regardless of if I might not be here for Jeremiah Smith, I might be here for the third string wide receiver, but I still got to have a relationship with that coach. You see what I'm saying? So now I can walk in here now with a bigger brand to the relationship that I already established.
And with a bigger check.
With a bigger check and a bigger brand, now I'm coming. I already got the relationship and I got the bigger check and a bigger brand. And I think that is something that a lot of Auburn fans right now, the ones that ain't too happy about it, some are, some aren't. But I think you got to look at it from that lens because recruiting is everything. And this man has ties. Now he has ties to the state of Florida from USF. And now you bring in Auburn. That's a bigger brand.
They go off of anybody who can beat Alabama. Because he was on that team in 22 in Tennessee that beat Bama. I think that was the Tennessee team that was like 10-1, 11-1.
Was it with Hooker? I think.
Yeah, that was the Hendon Hooker. You could give Hooker to him and Brock Purdy and one more other kid. So those is developed quarterbacks that he's standing on. So he has produced offense. So I think that's the biggest deal.
And he's coaching the SEC.
Looking to do is fix the offense.
Mm-hmm.
What we're gonna need to fix the running back room. I think the running back room was a little weak this year. I don't know if it was because they didn't play everybody, they didn't play Henderson much. Maston Red a little late, Then we had my buddy, I can't think his name, number 21, who got hurt with the leg injury. So we had a deep running back room, but we just didn't use a bunch of backs. We didn't run the ball well. You know what I mean? So I'll give him that he does have. He got, like I said, second ranked overall over in all conferences in offense. You know what I mean? I think a little over 500 yards a game. I think he has the most 300 yard, 200 yard rushing in reference to a team, and got one in his next quarterback right here. I think it's like the 16th quarterback that has 3,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards. But I don't like
Brown. I think his name is Brown. Yeah, I remember him. That's Brown.
Like Byron Brown or something like that.
Byron Brown, something like that. Mm-hmm.
But I don't like that your quarterback is your leading rusher by far. So I think the next rusher was 600, like 655 or something.
But that can be fixed with Auburn. Because he's going to be able to get a different caliber of running back than he could have got down.
That's what I'm hoping on. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, if you can develop quarterbacks, let's see.
Let me ask you this. So you go through the Harsin era. He didn't recruit worth a damn.
He left that roster in fucking shambles.
You go through the Hugh Freeze era. He recruited.
Just can't coach.
Seemed like his coaching was
terrible. Dude, ain't no way. We score 100 points in the first two games you leave. We score 100 points, dog. 100 points.
So you went from one end of the spectrum with a motherfucker who couldn't coach. I mean, who couldn't recruit. Coaching was in. To another motherfucker who could recruit, but his coaching was what the hell? Wow. And you bring in this guy, so that's coming off of Harsin and now Freeze. I kind of know the answer to this, but I want to ask you: will you be patient with him, and how long are you giving him to turn this into what you wanted to look like? Because you're paying right now, paying 2 buyouts. Well, did Harsin get a job?
Hell no. I
don't know if Harsin got a job.
His buyout was small. So
I know Hugh. I know anybody finna hire Hugh no time.
Anybody, Hugh had, and I think a lot of it Hugh had little health issues too. So I think that gives him a chance to, get his health together, things like that, and steal prayers out to my man. So I know they work out, but. I'll prayers for you with your health. Now, patience. About 85% of the Auburn fan base will have patience with you. You have that 15% that will not give a fuck. Okay? So I could be in the middle of that, man. I could be in the middle.
That 85% will have patience, but there's 15%
that will not give a fuck about you, brother. You hear me? They'll put your ass on the plane after 2 losses.
I like that. I like that.
Because you are, I'll tell you, I've been on every message board out there. I'll say it's a lot, 85%, 15, but that 15 on their ass like back pockets, my boy. And it's just like that. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give him
15 is on Cam Coleman for that fumble. I knew it. That's 15 is on Cam for that.
Woo!
Y'all were driving.
Bro. Man, I hate they went at Cam like that because they went on the message boards on Cam. They was even on told Cam to take his ass home. Think about what I'm telling you. That 15% told Cam Coleman to take his ass somewhere else. That's why I tell you that 15% ain't nothing.
I don't agree with it, but that was
I don't agree with that.
No,
hell no. I don't agree with that at all.
I don't agree with it, but that was a bad
I understand
fumble.
why you feel like that. I understand.
Right, I understand.
I'm gonna tell you why I was mad. Because I know Cam, it's a lot on Cam's shoulders. 19-year-old kid, and he want to be able to show up for for what the expectation that's been set on him. Right. And the money that's been paid. I understand. But brother, you wasn't finna score a touchdown.
What are you
were 2 feet from the motherfucking out of bounds line. What are you doing? Act like you want to go over here and take your ass over there. Take your ass out of bounds. And we needed you to go out of bounds. Why? It was like 36 seconds left in the game.
I know he's a competitor, so it's hard in the heat of the moment.
So it's hard for me to be mad at you because I know
in the heat of the moment. It's like, bro, you didn't need to fight.
Bro, I'm talking about we can live to fight the next.
We can live to fight the next play. You had just got lucky to even be in that spot.
You feel
because of the 4th down you had just got.
So, but hey, water under the bridge.
But back to the higher. You know,
I'll give him 2 years. I'm gonna give him because if you look at his 2 years with the 3 years he been with Tulane, I didn't like the record. I don't like the 23-15 in 3 years. I don't like how that sounds. I don't. Because that means you gave me 2 6-6 years with 2 bowl wins. Now, after going 2-10 and 1-11 before you, that's a significant bump from going 1 win to 2 consecutive bowl wins. Cool. Now, you didn't go to 9-3 where you're currently sitting now. Good win at Florida. Couple more wins that you had. So I'll give you that. So I believe that with the roster that's retained, if he can retain this roster,
number one, that's number one.
Singleton's gone because I think he's a senior.
Are you mad that he gone?
No, because Rock Hands is going somewhere.
Well, Stone Hands,
that Clifford Franklin.
He's singing
Clifford Franklin. Franklin.
Bruh, I'm up and looking at the game. I'm like, I made a post. I'm like, man. Hey, man, stop throwing him the ball, man.
Man, bro.
Just stop trying to make it happen. Just
keep throwing the
what he's going through tonight. Just stop.
Go at the 4. He gonna go.
I don't know what. And it's crazy because Singleton was a dog at Georgia Tech.
Bro, like that
straight dog. Straight dog at Georgia Tech.
SEC, brother. That's a different monster, bro. You know, I much respect to you, Mr. Singleton, and I hope all will go well. But baby, that Iron Bowl performance was dumpster
on Singleton. What is Singleton? Is he a junior or a senior?
I think he's a senior. I actually think he's a senior. So I think he's a senior. If I'm not mistaken.
Well,
so the only thing I'm really trying to keep, we'll keep.
He lost himself some money.
You'll keep. I think you keep Malcolm Simmons. You keep Perry Thompson. I think Horatio Fields come back. Bryce Kane, I think Bryce Kane comes back. So you still got retention in which that you don't necessarily have to get a whole bunch of pieces in a whole bunch of places. Now the offensive line needs to be fixed, red up.
That's the hardest thing to fix in Portland.
It was hard. That was terrible. Been terrible for the last 3 to 5 years. I'll be honest with you. Been very, very patchy. We need to focus the money on the iron. We need to focus the money in the trenches. We got some good recruits already there. Let's get this line out the portal. Let's get some guys. We need some tackles. Think we're okay at guard. A center went out. Think he'll be fine. Let's get some tackles in. Let's work on. Let's clean up this guard situation, and I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But as long as he can retain, Atkins say he coming back. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Coleman is his number one. Is his number one target.
And the way that they announced the hiring changed how the portal opened. Usually, after a hire, you get I think it's 5 days. Is it 5 days? It's a period of time that you have to wait.
They adjusted it, but see, the season's over now, so the portal opened
because they announced it after that game and before the 2nd of December. That window, you don't get the second window, so you don't. So they got 30 days basically to go until the 2nd of January until the portal actually opens up on that side. So I think he'll have a good 30 days to lock down what he got, because you got to recruit what you got in the locker room.
Because signing day Wednesday. Signing day Wednesday.
So, I think with Coolin, we lost. I think he already just like I saw today. Lane Kiffin was but when he took off that plane from Mississippi, he landed right there at his number one recruit house. He was already taking a picture. No lie, bro. Same way with Goldich. He was already with Tulin. What about the 5-star, one of the top covered recruits? He was already in his house. So they already working.
You got to. I think, so look, people, we are not done with this. Not by a long shot. Y'all know we try to keep it 30 minutes, but you know what? We had a lot to talk about. We still ain't done. We got a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, no.
So, D, listen, I need you back again this week because we do got championship weekend coming up. Got implications because, again, if Bama loses,
when Bama loses.
Because I was just arguing with my homeboy earlier today. I point out the numbers. Bama ain't lost the SEC title game since 2008. Bama ain't lost to Georgia in the SEC title game in the last 4 or 5 tries, whatever the shit is. I said, look, man, it would be Kirby's sweet, sweet revenge.
Ooh, the send you packing. No
because he done lost it. You're not gonna look. We'll talk about it later, but I gotta say, you're not gonna tell me that Kirby Smart is about to go 0-3 versus Kalen DeBoer. You can't sell me on that. You can't sell me on the 0-3 versus Kalen DeBoer, man.
If Kirby Smart,
you can't sell me on that.
If Kirby Smart, you can mark my word. And Georgia fans, you can like this. I don't give a damn. If he can't beat DeBoer this time, they're gonna start questioning that man.
I said it early in the year, but right here, you did your damn show right.
Because Georgia got a Bama problem.
Georgia has a Bama problem, but right now it's turning into a DeBoer problem.
Yeah.
3 times?
Yeah. 2 times in 1 year.
You know what? That's all we gotta say. We're gonna hold. You mess around there and lose that man 2 times in 1 year with the chip on the line. Kirby.
2 chips on the line. You go get the SEC chip and a chance to go to the playoff chips. You ain't getting no chips.
Kirby.
I like chips with my hot dog.
Kirbster. I'm leaving it at that. I'm just telling you, Kirby. So we'll talk about the SEC title game, when we get into it, man. So D, again, man, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming through. Let all the people know how you can be reached, sir.
And y'all all reach us, man. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Smoke Signals, YouTube, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is.
Cutting up, man. And you know what I'm saying? This your boy, man. I am DJ Double Dose, man. Live, laugh, and love, man. Live your life to the fullest. Love on the people that love you back. And you know what? Find you something to laugh at each and every day. And guess what, man? And we